and I wanted to do a video to put out there. What does it take to overcome depression, anxiety, and bipolar? Depression, anxiety, and bipolar is the result of all of our life experiences and ingrained behavior and negative thinking. So, I mean, it really is the essence of our being. Like we have negativity to the core. What does it take to heal and to get back on track to positive thoughts and healthy self-esteem? And let me tell you something, it takes a tremendous amount of determination and commitment. The type that you approach moving a mountain with. Like, really, like you have to be so committed to accomplishing your happiness, because your depression, anxiety, and bipolar is what stands in the way of your freedom and happiness, and and causes or creates an unhappy life. Creates negativity wherever you go, because the negativity is coming from you. It came from me. But let me tell you something. It takes greatness, really. It is the process. It takes greatness to get rid of depression, anxiety, and bipolar. And you also, by the time you do get rid of your depression, anxiety, and bipolar, or, OCD, borderline, PTSD, I pretty much think that there's, I personally have my own diagnosis, but I believe that it can help other mental illnesses. I don't know about schizophrenia, that's more advanced, but, a lot of the mental illness stems from our hurt. Undoes the damage done. So basically, we have anger problems because of our hurt from not being able to, never learning to effectively process, manage, and express our anger. We have anger built up that lasts us till our grave. And getting rid of depression, anxiety, and bipolar takes getting rid of your anger, not managing it, not minimizing it, not learning to control it, getting rid of it. Because when you get rid of it, then you're left with skills that help you to control it. Because you have to control it in order to get rid of it. You know what I mean? It doesn't just go away. You have to wrangle it and wrestle, the alligator to get rid of it, and then how to effectively handle it, when it comes up. Because let me tell you something, it is going to come up because people are in the ego self, and do they respect boundaries? Do they respect opinions? Are they controlling? When we have our boundaries crossed, we get angry. That's normal. But if somebody says something that we don't like, that's no reason to get angry. They have a right to their opinion, and even if they say something derogatory to me, I don't have to get angry. I can handle it with assertive communication and be effective. There's a difference between using anger as a coping skill and then authentically, having anger, having somebody cross your boundaries. And then when you get rid of anger, you got to get rid of fear, you got to get rid of worry, you got to get rid of insecurity, you got to get rid of anxiety. You have to get rid of all your flaws. That's why you need this amazing amount of determination and commitment. Like nothing is going to stop you getting through your pain, getting out of your pain, and living your life in freedom and happiness. It is really like, taking the pain out of us, one ineffective coping skill at a time, but when we take the pain out, anger, fear, whatever, we automatically start to feel better, and we automatically start to build confidence, and we learn new effective ways of handling ourselves that don't create upset and unhappiness for us. Insecurity creates unhappiness for us. not feeling good about myself, putting myself down, like not feeling confident. It's not a good feeling, and everything, like arguing. People don't know how to control themselves. Don't get in a fight. That's it. That's it. It's not an option. You don't get in a fight. You back off. You learn boundaries. Like this is what it takes to be free of depression, anxiety, and bipolar. But guess what? Then you are free. You're free for life. And what I think is the pain that we live in every day comes from our ineffective coping skills. How is anger helping me accomplish my happiness? How is worry helping me accomplish my happiness? How is me being obnoxious to somebody helping me accomplish my happiness? I'm not making, a friend, I'm making an enemy, you know? How is me criticizing other people? People don't like to be criticized. If I have something to say, I'm going to say it effectively, but I'm not going to say it, just to give them my negative opinion. If I say something that they might think is negative, well, you know what? Let me tell you something. It takes the negative to address, it takes addressing the negative to, make it positive. You have to address the negative to accomplish positivity. You can't accomplish positivity when you have negativity that you haven't been addressing. Then you're still in the negativity because you have negativity that you haven't been addressing. And really, all of our behaviors and all of our thoughts need a total makeover from negative to positive. Our beliefs, learning new, our words, I hear so many people be like, oh my God, I'm so miserable. That's a strong word. That's a really strong word. And positive thinkers don't use it. Because no matter how bad things are, I'm not miserable. That's not positive thinking, Or they have a way of exaggerating to make it worse than things are. Why would people want to do that? Because they're negative thinkers, and for all the wrong reasons, they, would rather, be negative than positive about something. Oh God, it's so terrible. It's not that bad. Why is it terrible? Because of your negative thinking. And we have negative thinking, ingrained into the foundation of our being, in our mind. And it takes reprogramming the subconscious mind with positivity to accomplish positive thoughts. But it also takes dealing with our negative, ineffective coping skills and replacing them with positive, effective coping skills. Thinking negatively, I don't know if I lost the video, but if somebody calls me a jerk, when I think negatively about it, I can think, oh, they call me a jerk. They hurt my feelings, and I'm going to, yell at them. And then I act on it, and I say, you're a jerk, and now I'm getting in a fight with someone, and I have all these negative thoughts that are going in my head because I'm getting upset about the situation. But if I handle that with positive coping skills, somebody calls me a jerk. Are they upset with me? What can I do to resolve this problem? Hey, is there a problem? And I ask them. I use assertive communication. I don't get in a fight. And if I don't get in a fight, I don't get upset. It's upsetting to get in a fight. No, I don't like getting in fights. I don't like anger, and I don't like any negative. I don't like any negativity. I lived my life enough with negativity. Now I'm in the freedom and happiness side, and I'm going to stay here. But it was so incredibly challenging. Really. I was committed and determined, and I did what it took. I did what it took to accomplish amazing results. Results that people don't even believe are possible. Sometimes I think, oh my God, this is it's a surreal experience, but it is possible, because if one person can do it, it can be done. And this is important because I'm trying to help people and not only live their own freedom and happiness in their beautiful, authentic self, not the ego self of mental illness. I also, wholeheartedly feel that, parent changing changes in parenting need to take place effective immediately, and very important that this be done. That children are not safe, with the parenting practices of the ego self that lead to the ego self, that lead to the hurt self, that lead to hurt and negative thoughts and low self esteem for life. So, I wanted to put out information because healing is an option for all of us. Positive thoughts and healthy self esteem is our beautiful, authentic self, the self that we were meant to be. And, I created a process out of my own healing. My healing was 5 years. 5 years full time, no work, no friends, no family, no kids, no job. Really, I was just me, my life coach, and my dog. Okay, now I'm on lithium, but that's not for that's for a serotonin issue that I have. Great, um, but what was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. I got disconnected. Um, Basically, so my process was like, I don't recommend it. You know what I recommend? I recommend contacting me directly and let me share all my knowledge with you so you can accomplish your healing and happiness. I mean, I don't know how long it will take, but it will take it takes time because we have to install behaviors, and then install new effective behaviors, which I've already done all the work for. And we have to do the same thing with your thoughts, which I've already done the work for. So, but it does take time, and I would say like 6 months to a year. And people don't have patience for that. But let me tell you something, that's your only option. Anything else, you're not going to accomplish authentic, positive thoughts, healthy self-esteem, and positive, effective coping skills. It's not possible. And there are a lot of people that say, oh, you can overcome your anxiety, but that's just one thing out of like 50. You know what I mean? You need to, and you really need the process to be complete to get over everything, because you have to get over your negative thoughts, and you need positive thoughts to get over your negative thoughts. And people don't have the patience, but then realize that, you don't really have many. Go and find, people that accomplish what they accomplished. I'm trying to bring it to mental therapy and bring it to people, but I have the ego self in my way. Really, people are sitting in their unhappiness when they can be on the path to healing and happiness. And this is a path that I plowed, and that I don't believe that you can find other places. I really don't, because if you could, then we all could, and we can't. And I stand alone. I stand alone trying to bring healing and happiness to people living in mental illness, to parents, to keep their kids off the track of negative thoughts and healthy and low self-esteem. But the ego is in the way of happiness and freedom and positivity. That's just what ego does. Ego is a negative thinker and low self-esteem. And let me tell you something, the ego would rather the beautiful, authentic self die than it, you know? And that's why people have to wake up and kill the ego self so the beautiful, authentic self can live their version of themselves with positive thoughts, healthy self-esteem, and positive, effective coping skills. All right, my name is Debbie Jacobs. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.